Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, President and CEO of American Manganese. Welcome back to the show, Larry.
Well, Jim, it's a nice sunny day, and I'm happy to be on the show.
Now, you've just come back from the Chinese Financial Forum in Richmond. What happened there, and what kind of news did you receive?
Well, we were presenting and exhibiting at that show, and, I was very impressed with the amount of people that showed up. I'd say that somewhere between 300 and 500 people throughout the day. And we were well received. We had a full house on the presentation, and we had a lot of queries before and after the presentation. So this is a investor forum where people are looking at the penny stocks or the low cap or mid cap stocks that they can make money on, because real estate's not the place for putting your money these days. So we were happy with that. We also had a great week. Dan McGordy published the report, the new Pentagon report, which highlights the strategic material or metal that's for the battery, from battery materials and or for battery materials, and basically your lithium, your cobalt, and your manganese are at the top of that list. And I'd just like to say, that we've had lots of interaction with the U.S. Government down there on not only our recycling program, but we've had a lot of interaction on our patented process for treating low-grade manganese. So all these things are developing well. You have to remember, Jim, that we have patent pending, and like I say, there was no conflicting technologies out there that conflict with what we were doing. And we're hoping that all the syntax will be approved here very soon, and we can move on with our patent. And we can also move on with filing another patent, because we've developed a methodology for a chemical methodology for getting the disassembly of the cathode materials from the foils. So that'll be another patent. And while we're talking about the patents and everything, there's a lot of companies that we've talked to that are waiting for those patents to be granted, and they're waiting for results from the pilot plant. Now, we have to be very careful about making sure that we lock up and file everything that we need on any existing patent that's been pending, or a new patent that we'd be applying for, and we'll be applying for at least one. So, this takes time and effort. You can't rush these things, and you've got to make sure that your bases are covered. So, we are pretty excited about the pending patent applications, and getting started on the pilot plant, which we're waiting for some long lead items that developed from the new technology that Chemetco is getting patented for us. All these things are very interesting and take a little bit of time. And I've noticed in the news, Jim, that there's a lot of talk about the circular economy, on recycling everything from plastics and to batteries to metals. It's beginning to get a life of its own out there. And somebody had said that this is probably the greatest opportunity in the history of mankind to get involved in the circular economy, by either as an investor or your own process. So all these things are building up to what I would call a good fall here, and we're in the center of that. Certainly on the recycling, we want to maintain our lead, and it just goes without saying that there's a lot of value of material, although people were saying there was no value in a spent battery 2-3 months ago, and now they're beginning to realize that there's a hell of a lot of value in that. So those are some of the things that I wanted to talk about. We put out a press release on the new Pentagon report that highlights strategic need for battery materials earlier in the week. And we certainly cover a lot of those bases. So I just want to reiterate that. And I'm looking forward to a very relaxing weekend. Last weekend was a short one for the staff in here, as we had a conference to go to on the weekend. So I'm looking forward to a relaxing weekend and try to get over this cold. You may have noticed there's a frog in my chest. So that's the short message for today, Jim.
Larry, for people who are new listeners, can you maybe just explain what American Manganese does?
American Manganese is a critical metals company that has a patented process for taking very low grades of manganese and economically, depending on the price, which I think is getting pretty close there right now, depending on the price, economically produce electrolytic manganese metals, which would be include the electrolytic manganese dioxide that's used in the batteries from extremely low grades in Arizona. We've adapted that technology to move ahead with the recycling program. A lot of the chemistries are the same, and we're patenting that process now, so we'll be mining batteries here within a year, I'd hope. And so the company is progressing nicely. It's something that people should put on their radar screen. We're traded on the Toronto Venture Exchange under the symbol AMY. We're traded in the U.S. under the symbol AMYZF. And we're traded in Frankfurt, Germany under the symbol 2AM. You can go to our site. We have a very informative website out there, AmericanManganeseInc.com. Or you can contact the office here at 778-574-4444. Or you can actually send me an email at LREAUGH@AMYMN.com.
Larry, thanks for the update.
You're welcome.
I've been speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on October 19th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.